Welcome everyone. Today we are here with a very special guest, and we are going to talk about study in German, living in German as immigrant, and possibly of being a YouTube, because we have someone with all the qualifications we have been looking for. The qualifications is someone from Africa, applied studying Germany, living in Germany, and has a lot of good background in those areas, but also is a YouTuber for a long time, has been sharing some information about opportunities to go and study in different countries, and especially German or most of Europe. So welcome, Firdwas.
Yeah, thank you so much for the welcome.
Yes. So
warm welcome.
The first thing for people who want to know, what is your name and where are you right now? We are talking to you on this interview.
Okay, so my name is Firdwas Osman, and I'm a Ghanaian student living and studying in Germany, and I study material science, Master of Material Science and Engineering at the Christian Albrecht University of Kiel. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And you are also a YouTuber.
And I'm also a YouTuber, yes.
Yes. So that is the first thing, like here on my channel, we have so many people from Ghana.
Okay.
And we have so many people from other countries in Africa, and we have so many people from Asia. I usually tell people, when you are applying for the opportunities, you have to, even if your dream is to go to Canada, find other opportunities in around the area. Yeah. So for you, we'll be having so many questions. How did you manage to go to Ghana? I mean, from Ghana to Germany, and the life in general in Germany. So before we go to those kind of questions, how long have you been in Germany?
Okay, so I came to Germany October 2019. So this is my second year in Germany.
So you are among the people who knew there would be a COVID, so you decided to disappear before.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
Okay. So you have been there 2 years.
Yeah.
So now you speak Danke, whatever those German.
I wish I could speak. I can say the basic stuff like Danke, meaning thank you, Guten Morgen.
Yeah.
But I can't really speak German. It's so difficult. The language needs commitment and time.
Okay. Yeah. Which part of Ghana are you from?
So I'm from the northern part of Ghana. I'm from Kusiga, in a town called Boku. It's in the upper east part of Ghana. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're from Ghana, I don't know, the best way is to subscribe. That would be the first way. Can you tell people what do you do on the YouTube side, first of all?
Okay, so on YouTube, I basically share study tips on how to apply to universities in Germany, basically only Germany, because that's what I know of. And then I also share my experiences as an immigrant, as an African student living in Germany. I share my struggles, what people will not usually tell you, like the what really goes on. People don't really tell you what goes on abroad. So I share all these kind of things on my channel. Yeah.
Okay. And the personal question, you are not the daughter of the president of Ghana, right?
No.
And you are not from the Ashanti Kingdom, and you are not the queen or prince, whatever, or princess. You are not.
No.
So the bigger question I want to know, how do you manage to go to study in Germany? Who pays for your education?
Okay, that's a very good question.
All this information.
So I'm from a poor family, I have to be honest. I'm not from a rich home, but yeah. But to study in Germany, so most schools here in Germany are tuition free. That means you're not going to pay any fees at all. So the only fee you pay to the school is a semester fee, which is usually known as like a contribution, semester contribution. So it's around 200 to 300 euros, depending on your university. So my university, I pay around 250 euros. That's my semester fee per semester. So, but there's a condition to enroll in these tuition-free schools. You need a blocked account of 10,000 euros. You need around 10,000 euros in your account for you to be eligible to get a visa. And that's where the challenge comes from. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to be honest, with this 10,000 euros, my parents had to, really squeeze and then put their monies together. I had a family friend who also really helped. Thanks to him, yeah, it was possible for me to also come here because, to be honest, my parents alone couldn't have brought that money together. It was a lot of money, yeah.
So there is something which is a little bit different from Norway, US, and I want to confirm with you for Germany. In the US, when you apply, you get admission. Obviously, there is school fees here. There is no such thing. But the banking statement, you can use it from your local bank account. In Norway, they say there is no tuition and fees. Obviously, there is that contribution like ID. They don't give for free. You have to print it. Those student association fee or small amount like 100 to 200, whatever. But the bank statement must be from Norway. So if you don't have account in Norway, you have to put your money into the university bank account. The university will give you the bank statement. They are comfortable for you to show the bank statement in Norwegian bank account.
Oh, okay.
But you don't have it, so you end up to give. Most of the universities in Norway is 12,000. You deposit into the Norwegian bank or university bank, and then they give you bank statement. But once you arrive at the country, within a week, you obviously will have the ID, you open the bank account, then they'll give they disperse all the money back to your account.
Okay.
So what is that applicable in terms of German? Do you need to deposit the money into the bank in Germany, or you can use the bank in Ghana if you are from Ghana?
So it's quite similar to Norway. In Germany, it's quite similar. As I mentioned, with the blocked account. Yeah, that's how they call it. So the blocked account is a bank it's an online bank, but then it's situated in Germany. So it can be Fintiba or Deutsche Bank, any bank in Germany. But it's done online. So when you create these accounts, you have to transfer that 10,000 euros to the account. So when you arrive in Germany and you settle, you have your residence permit and everything, then you have to open a new bank account when you arrive in Germany. You can choose any bank at all. So when you open this new bank account, you have to now connect your new bank account to your block account. Yes. So every month, they deposit 850 euros into your account. They don't give all the money to you. They do it so for 12 months. Yeah.
So Norway, they give you back all your money.
Oh, that's
so
great.
You can borrow the money from friends. You can put in the bank because they give you right there. Then you can give them, you start working and you can survive with half of the money. But in Germany, that means they will be giving like each month.
Yes, they're so smart. I feel like it's also an investment for them because at the end of the day, they are going to use your money to do stuff.
Investment.
It's not just going to be there. So it's like a win-win situation. They're coming here for tuition free. They're also going to, so they're giving you, they're smart actually. But at the same time, it's good. It's a good plan. But then when you're going for the visa interview in Ghana, so you need to have this block account confirmation, the bank statement for your block account that you have this 10,000 euros. You also need a bank statement from your sponsor. Then maybe your parents, your uncle, or anyone. You have to get another bank statement again, not from you, but from your sponsor. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes.
Maybe from your father, yes. You have to get that bank statement also. But if you're a worker and you are financially capable, you can just present your own bank statements as well.
So, if I go back, the first process applied to the university, which you know for sure, these are tuition-free universities.
Yes.
Which you have mentioned, most of those universities were videos.
Yeah.
So people go to your videos and make sure that you go and subscribe and to get those ones. So if you go there, you apply, you get admission. Next step, visa process. You cannot get the visa until you have the money in the bank account, in a blocked bank account in Germany.
Yes.
10,000.
Also, I have to mention, even if the school is not tuition free, you still need a block account. Yeah.
But you need more money because you have to pay extra.
Exactly. So it's better to look for a tuition-free school. Yeah.
So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And if let's say you have admission, you have the block bank account of 10,000 for tuition free, and then you have the bank account of your own, or let's say of your relative or whatever, someone is going to sponsor you.
Yeah.
Show that yes, apart from block account, you are financially stable. That means you don't need to stay in that country. Then
And also, I forgot to mention, if you don't have this 10,000 euros, there's an alternative. Let's say if you have a relative in Germany who has German citizenship or permanent residency, that person can stand in as your sponsor. That he or she's going to take care of you. So the person has to just give you an obligatory letter from the immigration office in Germany. So you don't need any block account for that if you have a relative or a friend, anyone who wants to sponsor you. So when you get to Germany, it's between you and the person. The person must not take care of you necessarily. I mean, it's an agreement.
Yeah.
So when you get to Germany, you just have to hustle your way through.
Yeah. But the problem is majority of us don't have relatives in these countries. So.
Yeah, and those who have, they won't even help you. You know?
Yeah. It's a big challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. In some of the videos I've seen, you are talking with other guys from Nigeria and some other friends from other African countries.
Yeah.
Are you all in the same university or separate universities around?
So we are in the same university. Yeah, I've not had the opportunity to talk to other people in different universities, but I have other friends in other universities. Yeah, but I've not had them on my channel. I'm planning to.
Okay, that's very, very good.
Yeah.
So, if you have to say, for instance, someone right now is looking for the opportunity to go to study in the United States of America or in England, we know you have to pay tuition fees and do other kind of things.
Yeah.
And there is option of German. What will be your advice for that person?
If the person should choose between Germany or England?
Yes.
Okay, so it's, okay, if you're looking at cost, then you should choose Germany because Germany is way cheaper. I mean, you don't have to pay fees at all. You have to only put in 10,000 euros. Compared to when you are going to England, the fees are massive, like a lot. And you have to pay fees and take care of yourself, You're not sure if you're going to get jobs so early to take care of yourself. And that's the cost. But if you're looking at integrating easily and you're from an English-speaking country like Tanzania or Ghana or Nigeria, then I'll advise you to go to England or the US compared to coming to Germany. Because when you come to Germany, of course, you're going to face serious language barrier. Like, Germans don't play with their language. They speak English, but they won't, like. So, yeah. Because there are some small part-time jobs, you feel like this, you can do it. But they tell you can't speak German. And so you can't do the job. But if you go to a country like US or England, I mean, you have more opportunities to have jobs. But if you want to really integrate in Germany, then you have to learn German, else it's going to be very hard. I'm going to be very honest.
Okay. So I posted, first of all, your channel in the comment. People should go there and subscribe.
Oh, thank you.
We really have some of people in Ghana. They are so excited here. So, yeah. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, we have spoken to people from Ghana, Nana, and
yeah, I can see Nana Prempe.
Mensa. You see, like we have so many people from Ghana here. So I look like that's why people are confused. One day, now they're confusing me. They say I'm Kenyan. Next time they say
yeah, I thought you were Kenya. I thought you were from Kenya.
But the country I wanted to visit, I got one job. I was supposed to move to Ghana, and then the corona started. Then it went out of that. So now people could say I'm from Ghana. So
yeah, and also I didn't mention to choose between Germany and the UK. In Germany, you get to study for 2 years. Masters is for 2 years. I think in the UK, most of them are for a year.
Yes.
But to be honest with you, I have some friends who have studied in the UK. In Germany, it's very difficult. I don't know why Germans are like that, but it's tough. I also have a friend in US. I started together with her. She also started her master's in 2019, me to 2019, and I'm still not done. Like, I'm nowhere close to finishing. I don't know. Yeah, the education system here is also quite very intensive. So you have to.
Yeah, German, they want to look like their biggest thing in Europe. So everything is complicated because they want to show that we are the highest in Europe.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
I feel like it's not really necessary. Like some of the things.
But also they have a very strong economy that's compared to most of the countries in Europe.
Yeah.
So that is stability. They want to make sure that it continue to be there. So let me go to the other question. So let's go to look about your first day. I don't know which airline you used, which airport did you arrive, whether it's in Munich, whatever it's Bremen, whatever. Take as the first time you traveled. I don't know if you've been out of the countries before, but the first time you arrived in Germany, what was in your mind? What was your expectation? And what did you find there maybe corresponded to what you were thinking and the realities, and what was has been the biggest cultural shock for your life in Germany?
So I took Brussels airline, so I had to transit at Belgium. So yeah, I was very anxious. I actually didn't want to leave Ghana, but yeah, that's a story for another time. So yeah, that was my first time traveling out of Ghana. So you can imagine, I'm like, okay. So yeah, Brussels airline. Then when we took off from Ghana, we got to still in the air to Belgium. So when we got to Belgium, I looked down like, okay, I'm not in Ghana anymore. Wow, this is so beautiful.
No jollof there.
Oh my God. I was like, okay, wow, development, so many lights, I'm like, okay, this is really cool. So yeah, we transferred. I had to lay over at Brussels airport. So I have to take another plane to Hamburg. That was my final destination.
Yeah.
And the airport is huge. Because the airport in Ghana was so small. So I have to find my way. Like, I thought I was even missing. At a point, I thought I was missing. I was looking for the gate. I've forgotten the number to pass through. I kept walking and I'm like, I'm going to miss my flight. And then I finally went. I found a place where I have to sit and wait for my next stop. So yeah, then I got another flight to Hamburg. That was my last destination. And then from Hamburg, then my friend was already here in Kiel, Germany. So she directed me that when I get to Hamburg, there's going to be a bus. She described the color of the bus. I was looking forward to it. And she told me that the bus is going to come at this time because she knew the time I was going to arrive in Hamburg. So when it arrived, I just entered the bus and she told me that I should tell the driver I'm a student, I'm going to get a discount. So you have to show your admission letter to the driver. Yeah. And I got a discount. It was 15 euros, so I paid like 7 euros, yeah. Yeah, then now from Hamburg, I have to come to Kiel because Kiel is the closest city to Hamburg. So you have to take a flight to Hamburg and take another bus to Kiel, like a small city. That's where I am right now. So in the bus, I was seeing so many bushes. I'm like, is this abroad? I thought there were no trees like in the. Who said there were no trees?
I'm not in the Congo forest here. I'm in Europe. So
many forests and actually we passed through villages and the villages were nice. I'm like, okay, wow. So finally I arrived in Kiel, my city, and actually I had to call my friend to come pick me up. She was already waiting for me at the train station. So I just came. I don't have any calling. I can't call because I don't have their SIM card. So I saw this nice lady, German lady. I just approached her. I spoke English. She spoke English. And I was like, I want to call my friend. I just arrived. I was holding my suitcase. I was like, I just arrived. She was like, okay, yeah, you can call. She gave me her phone. I called. She was so nice. I was like, okay. I thought Germans were mean, but that has changed my perception already. And the day I arrived in Germany, in my city, they were having a program where they were playing a Ghanaian song. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was I felt really at home. They were having so much fun. I think it was a holiday, so there was a kind of massive fun going on there. So I was like, okay, I'm going to really enjoy this place. This is going to be so nice. And I finally saw my friend. We went back. Bus time went on. Trust me, it's a very boring place. Yeah, so that was my experience coming here. I was actually shocked for a German to offer me help like that because most of us have this perception that Germans are racist and all of that. So I want to advise we shouldn't have like what's the name of that? I've forgotten. Oh, I can't remember. Don't put a certain perception about people before you travel to their country, or you might not even make friends at all. So yeah, that broke that kind of perception about what I have about Germans. So far I've met really nice Germans, but also I've met some crazy ones. But yeah, so for culture shock, yeah, like We were smoke like crazy. First time I saw that, they don't care anywhere at all. They smoke like mad. They just smoke. That was a big culture shock to me. So yeah, I think that was my first culture shock. The first day I arrived, I was seeing women, little girls smoking all around, teenagers. Okay, where are your parents? I think that was my first culture shock, yeah.
You said which month did you arrive there?
October.
So still it is not typical end of the autumn season. So still the sun goes down maybe around 8.
I forgot to mention.
Yeah. How about
I came down from the plane. The cold just hit me and I was like, Akwaba, you're welcome. Now, Akwaba in Ghanaian language means you're welcome. So I was like, is there air conditioning in the airport, like outside? And I was feeling so cold. Like, man, I have to take my jacket. So like, huh? It wasn't even winter yet. It was October.
October, yeah.
I was really cold and I was like, oh, okay. I'm not in Ghana anymore. So yeah, the weather really was also a culture shock because it's very new to me.
And the first snow?
So my first snow was this year. Yeah, when I came in October in 2019, it never snowed. 2020 never snowed. So this year it snowed and I was feeling like a villager. I'm like, okay, I enjoyed it. It's so beautiful, makes everywhere white, and yeah. I like the snow, but I don't like winter. No.
It's good when you are inside, you are drinking coffee or tea, you are watching out of the window, you don't have anything to do, watching movie. Yes, but not going out.
Yes, that. Especially when you have to go to work at dawn. Oh my God.
Yeah. What about I do not know much about Europe. Is a little bit different from US, but still, Westerners are not just like in Africa. We are just randomly walking everywhere, outdoor culture all the time.
Yeah.
Has that been a little bit challenging for you? Like, if you go to Ghana, Accra, everybody's outside just chilling. But here, I can be outside if I have something to do, but I don't have anything to do just to be outside.
Yeah.
Not of being outside. How does that?
It's the same here. It's by 10 p.m. everything is closed. Like, it's so quiet. It's like, especially during winter, you don't see nobody outside. At least in summer, it's better because when they see sun, they are very happy and they're the most friendliest. During winter, they are very moody and mean, and you don't see. And in Germany on Sundays, I don't know for the US, on Sundays everything is closed. Everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a rule here. They don't open.
No, it's not, because even if they open in front, like they open maybe around 11, it's just a few hours. So yeah, most of the stores they even if they open, it's not like for business purposes, kind of that. Yeah.
Okay, for here they don't open shops. The only thing that opens are fast food.
Okay.
Shops, nothing is Sundays are like, they say that it's Sabbath. I think Germany is more like a Catholic country or something like that. So yeah. But it's comparing Ghana to Germany, it's very boring living here. If you are a social butterfly, then don't come. Stay in Africa and enjoy your life. Every weekend, wedding and stuff. But here, sorry, it's
there is a video I'm going to make about the happiness in Africa versus Western life.
Yeah.
There are these kind of statistics they usually put. They say Norway, Finland, whatever, these are the happiest countries. But when they do these countries, the criteria they are used have to be used for Africa. Because yes, you can have social security. Yes, you can have nice hospital. Yes, you have what if I don't have a job, I can get paid. But that doesn't make you happy. In Africa, you can just hear the village song. The entire village is just happy. So they're happy in Africa. Might be in terms of these statistics they have.
Yes.
Like someone doesn't have money at all, but can go outside and talk to the neighbor. You can have money, you don't have a person to talk to.
Yes.
So those are the things, like there are certain kind of challenges, especially for me, like being here the first time, like you have no people to talk to. Like you cannot, it is a very big challenge. Yeah. But now I'm getting used to, even if I travel to Africa, like I have to go somewhere. Is it important to go? in my bed and just chill. Like, I'm
Yes.
getting the accent like I become like this broiler chicken, like you want to chill inside it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very big challenge. Yeah, there are a lot of
It is.
differences in cultural
It
change.
is. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to another question. And this question comes to the studying itself, the education itself. We have the perception that education in Africa is high quality, is very complex. When you finish like maybe University of Kwame Nkrumah, you feel that you are just finished like Harvard. Like everybody in Ghana is fighting to go to that university. Everybody in Kenya is want to go to Kenyatta. Everybody in Dar es Salaam wants to go to University of Philippines. So we have certain universities in Africa. Each country, like you go to Ibadan, whatever those universities, you feel that at the peak of the world. But the relationship we have with the professors or teachers from primary school to the university is vastly different from the relationship we see when we study in these countries. The resources, everything. How was for you, your case experiencing studying your education up to bachelor degree in Ghana and the transition to European education with different kind of teaching, relationship with the teachers, materials, and everything? How does it for your case?
Yeah, so when I was in Ghana, I always had this perception that studying in Ghana is harder than abroad. Because I don't know who told us that's easier. Like they lied to us. Oh my God. I almost gave up in my first semester because I was having lots of anxiety. I was generally scared of the courses. Like because when you're in class and then the lecturer is teaching, then he asks a question, the Germans are answering. Like, first of all, I didn't even hear what the lecturer said, and somebody has an answer to it already. So I really felt like I couldn't do this. I actually called home that I want to go back home. I can't do this anymore. Studying in abroad is not easy because then you need to do things on your own. And also because here you hardly make friends, or like back at home, you get to study with your friends. It makes it easier. But here it's like you and you alone. You have to figure things out. But also I've realized that here the lecturers are like very good. Like they have close relationship with us, the students. And they're always like, if you don't understand, come to my office. Because if you fail, they felt like they have also failed. Okay, so the lecturers here, I want to say they are more passionate. Sorry to Ghana, but yeah. But also, when it comes to examinations, the examinations here are more difficult than the examinations back at home. Even though here they need just short answers, but you have to be precise. You can write so many things and then it's chaff. Because back at home, answers, we write so many things. When I came, my grade was so bad my first semester. Then I got to know that they don't need so many things. They just need like 2 lines, but just be precise. And also the questions are very practical that you can't do chew and pour. I don't know if you understand chew and pour. Like, it's not straight. You need to understand what you're actually learning, what you're actually studying. Because they're not going to ask you straightforward questions. It's very practical, very dicey. So you need to really understand and then answer. So yeah, I think now I would say that I understand because in Ghana, I studied metallurgical engineering and now I'm studying material science. It's like an advance of what I studied in my bachelor's. So I would say I'm now understanding what I was studying in my bachelor's, because in my bachelor's it wasn't difficult. Yeah, this is difficult. It's way harder. It's very challenging, trust me.
Yeah, I can agree. I remember in Africa, in order to, I don't know, threaten other people, but the more you ask, give me another booklet, means that you are doing a good job.
Yes, and I also realized that here it's okay to fail.
Yeah.
Even the Germans, when they come to the examination, when they see a question that is difficult, they just take a pen and cancel it and go out. Africans in their classroom will like, now I have to solve this. But now we're also used to the system. If you see a question that you mean this thing is going to be so hard, just cancel the paper and go out. So here it's okay to fail.
And
because you can write it again.
That for me translates it also to the practical life. So in the practical life, as Africans, we want to please everybody.
Yes.
We want to to make sure that we don't look mean, we don't look like we have a perception like what other people think about.
Yeah.
If I do not know, I will find a way even to lie, to add something. You do not know, don't complicate. Just say I do not know. What kind of people do I need?
Yeah.
So it helps you to transform to the practical life that it's okay to fail, it's okay to find certain things.
Yes.
Find someone knows, learn from them, and continue from there.
Yes, exactly.
So speaking in the same line of education, in the US, if you finish bachelor degree or master's, whatever PhD, you are given a work permit to work post-education just to get professional experience. That is in addition to what we call while you are a student, you're allowed to work those 20 hours per week.
Okay, yeah.
In Canada, you are allowed to still work 20 hours per week while you are a student. When you finish, you are given, but for them is many years. Like if you study course for 2 years, you're given 2 years. If you for 3 years, you get 3 years program. So I want to get from German. Number one, as a student, are you also allowed to work up to 20 hours or you are allowed to work more? And if yes, where are you allowed to work?
Yeah, as a student, you're allowed to work 20 hours a week during your study time. But during vacation, then you can work more than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in the US. But is it to campus or you can work off campus too?
You can work anywhere so far as it's legal. So there are university jobs. The university jobs are called heavy jobs. You can get those. Those ones are very flexible. And then there are also factory jobs, restaurants, cleaning. I mean, anything. So many jobs. I've done quite a couple of jobs. I've worked in a restaurant as a waitress. I do cleaning job. I still do it because it's my favorite. It pays better. I've not done the university job because I feel like it's too. You have to do so many research. I'm not in for that. So university job, it's out for me. And I also done factory jobs, and they're actually cool. Yeah, you just need time to balance study time and work time. Yeah. So you can work as a student here.
Yeah. So that's first of all, that's very good to be allowed to work even off campus during the school year, as long as 6 hours. But here you are limited only on campus during the school year. When the school is closed, you can work anywhere, how many hours you want.
Yeah.
In order to work off campus, you have to get a special permission from immigration. Basically, it's very complicated here. So what if you finish your education, you finish your master's, are you given extra time as a work permit to work maybe 1-2 years in Germany before your eligibility ends? Maybe you have to change it to another work or to another
permanent residency.
Yeah.
Okay, so after your studies, you are given 18 months post-study visa. Yes. 18 months post-study visa. So if you're able to find a job within these 18 months, then that company will get you a permanent residency. So if you can, so this is the
languages. So it comes that way.
The language. Please, if you want to make it in Germany without the language, it's very hard. I know for IT jobs, they don't really need language. Most people who have done IT, they don't even speak German, and they get job like so fast after school. But if any other course, like the language is so important, you need the language too. That's the key to success in Germany. That's what I always say. So you have 18 months post-study visa, but what people do is Africans always find a way. I don't know if I can say it here, but yeah, let me just share this. Because in Germany, you are allowed to, after your master's, you can apply for another master's program, right? So if you finish the first master's program and you don't want to use your post-study visa, so you can apply for a second master degree, just do one course, use that, you still have that student visa, you use that period to look for a job, do other stuff, learn language or something, and then you still have that student, visa to still be in the country. Because you might go for your post-study visa and it's possible you will even find a job within 18 months. Anything is possible. So to be on the safer side, just enroll in a second master degree. And in Germany, if you are studying masters, it's very flexible. You're allowed to complete when you want to. So you're allowed to, you can decide to take exams the whole semester. So far as you're still enrolled, it's fine. So yeah, that's one trick
That's a good way, yeah. Thank you for sharing that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. Sorry, I'm asking so many questions.
No. Fine.
Yeah, I want to make sure that more people understand about studying Germany and they prepare themselves when they go there. What will be the
exactly.
next plan? I believe you might know this one before, because you were there. In the US, marriage is giving you opportunity to become a permanent resident.
Okay.
Get married to American citizen, it's a ticket to be given permanent resident. But if you get married to permanent resident, it takes long to get permanent resident because you are not a US citizen. There is a category of preference, but you cannot wait while you are here in America unless others you wait as a student or other ways. You cannot be waiting just because your spouse is a green card holder. If you have a child in America, the child doesn't give you any status until the child becomes 21 years old to file for you. Out of that, if you're out of the status, they deport you. If you want to go with your child, you want the child, even if the child is American, they don't care.
Okay.
That come to the America. But in Germany in particular, I know it's different. Yes, you can get married to a person, but it looks like it's not having more weight than how they put emphasis to a child.
Yeah.
A child, it doesn't matter whether the child you are with a permanent resident of German or the citizen of German, they want it to be there so that the child can be given, I can say, like, raised by two parents, whether in the same house or even if two different houses, but they want parents to be in German so that they can give that one. How do you see that one, number one, in practical? Does it help in terms for the future of the German in general? But how does immigrant see that way? Is it a good thing or a bad thing for majority of Africans?
For the marriage aspects, I think if you marry a German citizen, then you're eligible for permanent residency, not automatically a German passport. It will take time. Maybe
whatever, 5, whatever it is.
Yeah.
No, it's a long time.
Yes, but if you have a child, they prioritize children more. Because, okay, if you also have a child, it depends if the child is for a German citizenship, then that one is on a higher priority. But if both parents are not German citizens, then it takes time for the child to become a German citizen. Like, it takes 8 years. But for this topic, I don't really know much, to be honest. But I know people use childbirth to stay here.
Yeah, but overall, in general, Europe, they prioritize more children than in US.
Okay.
Priority, like emphasis, like they want to raise children in a certain way.
Yeah.
US, for immigration, children don't impact anything until the child becomes 21. That is the only time a child can have impact on immigration to bring a parent. A parent can say, "Oh, I'm staying here because my child is American citizen." So go back to.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, in Germany, if people actually get pregnant to stay. So when you have a child, even though the child is not yet a German citizen, the child is still for them. That's how it is here. They prioritize children a lot. Family. Yeah. I think that's how their social system is like.
Okay. That's very good to know. So people, Africa, you want to have more kids. Have kids not in Africa. Have kids more in German.
You know something? This funny thing. In Germany, they give this money to children called Kindergeld.
Yeah.
And in fact, some parents fighting over their money. Like, what?
Africans. Do you know these refugees who are coming in Germany? Like, it was the year before, last year, before the pandemic, whatever. There are so many refugees coming from Syria and other countries.
Yeah.
There was one case I was following. It was on the TV because they give the amount of, if you're a refugee, they give you amount of money based on number of children. There is one guy and his wife, they had 8 children. So how much they calculated, it was more than a lawyer makes more than 10,000 per month. So people, they set up, oh, but the law says these are biological children. Don't hurt the player.
Oh my God. Yes. And also, this is a part of the reason why some Germans don't like immigrants. Because they are taxed. And that's your rule. I mean,
yeah, I have kids.
Yeah.
It's just like now in the US, they have usual on the taxing system.
Yeah.
They have what we call the child tax credit. If you're a child, they want to reduce the amount of the burden of the tax because they know I buy, for instance, with me with the 3 kids, I buy a lot of kids. I have more expenses. So if you are single, we say technically pay more tax than if you are kids or you have children.
Yeah.
So during the Obama administration was for each child they give you 1,000 a year.
Okay. Oh, that's
when
cool.
Trump get into power, changed it to 2,000. Get into power, put it to 3,000. But now
nice.
is 3,000 and a child is under age of 5 is 3,600 whatever. But the other thing, so now they will give half of that money from July to December, and half of that money. Usually we used to get once between January to April, whatever. You need the tax. So now that money from July to December, they'll give me half, like advance pay, like a month. So if you have more kids, that's good. So for instance, 3 kids, I mean, it's not, but they are still not many. So now I'm encouraged to have more kids. If I'm from July to December, I'll be getting 800 per month.
That's cool. That's cool.
So it will be August. I mean, July until December. Then in January, when I find the tax, I get the rest of 6 months as a lump sum.
Together. Okay.
It helps in one way or another to reduce.
Yes, it does. It does.
So maybe I can think to have twins.
Yes, you should. Yeah.
So this is very interesting. Okay. Let's go to another question. And this question comes into overall YouTube. You have various things. Number 1, you are a full-time student.
Yes.
Number 2, you have to work for a job so that you can be able to survive.
Yeah.
Number 3, you have to socialize with other people. Even if it's difficult, but you have to continue with that, whether in your country or other students in Germany or Europe. But the other thing, you have to be able to make videos on YouTube. Yes. How do you manage your schedule with this kind of complexities? But because I believe for sure it's difficult to everything you are doing in German to have the same lifestyle in Africa, to do all of those kind of things like 2 jobs, 3 jobs is very difficult based on the lifestyle. How do you manage to put all those kind of things together at the same time?
So as you're also living in the Western world, you live here by plan. If you don't plan, like before we could even put this together, keep shifting the times, because you plan that you're going to do this at this time, and something comes up and you have to cancel it and do that. So normally I try to schedule my time very well. Between class and then part-time job, and then YouTube, and then other stuff that would come impromptu that you've not really planned for. So if you're living abroad, because here time is money, you're being paid by the number of hours you work with. And at every point, you want to make good use of your time, even during your weekends. In fact, you should even make time to relax yourself, because first and foremost, living here, it's not only about the school. Your mental health is very important. If you're living alone like me, it can be sometimes depressing. When you miss home so much, you become so homesick. So you also need to make time to meet friends, okay? Go out, meet friends. You can't stay in your room all the time. Trust me, I don't know.
Go crazy.
Yes. So especially if you have African friends around, that makes it more fun. But don't limit yourself to only people from your country. Try to socialize with other people from other countries. So how I manage my time, as I have a part-time job. I have 2 part-time jobs. Then I have school. The best thing is now school is online, so I love the online classes, because then I don't have to go to my faculty. It's like 30 minutes from my hostel, take a bus and commute in and out. It's a waste of time. So with having online class, it makes things so easier for me. You have your class online, and then especially for this semester, my class is just on Wednesdays and Fridays, Thursdays and Fridays. So Monday to Wednesday, I'm like free, but I'm not free. I have to make use of those days. I have to work. And then I don't like people that I study. I don't study. I study like when it's close to exams, but it's very bad. I'm not a serious student. And also, apart from all of this, I have to do lab sessions in the university. Book an appointment, have a lab session. Sometimes I have to miss class for a lab session. Sometimes I even have to miss class for work. Because even though, I can still write exams without attending lectures, but I need money to survive. So you have to be very strategic, know your weakness and your strength. Because I'm not going to get money from home. As I said, I'm from a poor home.
You're in Europe now. They helped you to put you in Europe. So it's
exactly.
Now,
exactly. So at least I should rather be sending them something once in a while. My siblings, I have 2 siblings, and they think I'm rich, but I'm not. So once in a while, I just have to send something. So for me, school is more important. Prioritize it first, then part-time jobs is my second priority because it's very important. And the other priority is like chilling myself and stuff like that. Now COVID is almost over, so life is getting to normal. So you have to live by plan. Have a schedule on your phone. I'm not an organized person. I won't sit here like that. I've organized time. No, I don't do that. Everything is in my head. I know how to plan my day. Okay. There are some days I wake up, I don't feel like doing anything, and I won't do anything. I'll just be with myself and relax.
Okay. Another question. This will be more. I usually don't ask about religion in particular.
Okay,
but
you can.
More cultural. Just like because the good thing nowadays in German is having a lot of influence of Muslim because of refugees.
Yeah.
In the previous time. And I watched your video. You were talking about, experiencing the first Eid al-Fitr in German.
Yes.
How was the experience of that? Because in the US, is it still typical Christian country, even holiday? So how does that there during Ramadan in general and just overall eating halal and all other kind of things?
Yeah. So for a Muslim, before coming to Germany, I didn't expect to see a lot of Muslims in Germany. To be honest with you, there's so many Turkish here, Syrians, Afghans. Okay. So when I came here, in my city alone, I've seen 6 mosques alone. So getting halal food is very easy in Germany because of the Turkish. They have a lot of shops. So if you're a Muslim and you're thinking if you get halal food in Germany, you would just go to a Turkish shop. They are very common. They're everywhere. And they have this food called doner. Let's try it. Halal. The Muslims here are a lot. There are a lot, quite a lot.
Yeah, so, nowadays, yes.
And easier for Muslims to also kind of worship. But then you wouldn't, I don't know. For me, even though I see Muslims around, they're not like black Muslims. So it's not easier to relate with them because, I don't know why, but yeah. But fortunately for me, I've met this Muslim family in Germany. They're like my family here. So during Eid, that's where I went to celebrate with them. And I felt at home. But trust me, celebrating Eid back at home is the best. It's way nicer than this place. Yes.
And that is something I usually tell people when they want to migrate to any country. You have to see what you value most. If you want to go to a country for the purpose of living there forever. So in this particular case, you look like, for instance, I'm very Muslim person. I want to observe every single thing. So which will be better? Most like German now, they have bigger influence. Even if you look with the national team, there are so many players who are Muslim compared to American, where America to go to find these Middle Eastern market where you can have halal food is very, very rare. You can find maybe entire city, maybe there is one, but even you might be in a city where there is no mosque at all. So you have to look which one you value most and where can you be able to do.
Yeah.
My roommate was from Afghanistan in San Diego. So when while I was in West Virginia, first of all, my roommate was from Oman. Then while I was in San Diego, my roommate was from Afghanistan. They didn't know what is pork because yes, they know it's not halal, but they have never seen it because they come from a typical country where you cannot see a pig around.
Yeah.
It was going, so for here, pork is very, very cheap. So they say, oh, this is cheap. So he bought it. Do you know that is that you are not allowed to have that. Why? It's sheep. That is not a cow, it's a pig.
Yes.
Just what is pork? Because it's a pig. Because for them that vocabulary is not there because
Yeah.
so there is nothing like is not a vocabulary for them.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Yeah. In the grocery shops, they're full of pork.
Yeah.
True.
So for instance, for me, because I was growing up, for instance, my home is here. There is one house, the second house is a mosque, and one home, and another one is cathedral, Catholic. But so I grew up in Tanzania, where Muslim and Christian live very harmoniously. We observe both.
Yeah.
For me, so for the entire time I've been there, I never cooked the pork because I cannot use the same cooking pot and you're coming to eat the same. So I just respect someone. So there are those kind of things like so. When you go somewhere, like you have to sacrifice for another person, kind of that. So it's very interesting to know, like, okay, what will be the good things, like to give a relief. Assume there's no Muslim, you cannot have Eid. That is another stress.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that too.
Yeah, and also if you're a Christian in Germany, there are African churches, but try and also go to German churches. Just get to socialize with them. I mean, you don't know who you might meet. Yes,
that is a very good
thing. Yeah,
there is one guy when he got the same opportunity, same scholarship to come to America, and the number one advice I gave, I usually tell everybody, when you come here, yes, have some African friends.
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean that you don't need to have really Americans or other countries who are here. So let's go to the church, talk to the old people. Then
yes.
So the guy, so he had so many friends. The old people was volunteering here, doing everything I told him. So the guy got admission to one of the university, but he didn't get scholarship. So he was going back to Tanzania. So the school fees were about like 20,000, whatever, and his 2 years program. So I mean, just through talking with the guy. So I'll be going back. So, but you had admission. So, they didn't give me scholarship. How much is 20,000? So okay, the guy wrote a check. So this will be for your school.
See.
But if you say like continue talking with all your, what are you going to share? So you never know what happens.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just like even if they don't give like school fees, they can come to visit your country. You can go there. So you create another network.
Yes, networking. That's very important here. Networking.
Yeah. Okay. I have to ask this question. Usually, whenever I talk to people from West Africa, I have to ask them. Because everybody, when they give the answer, I know the answer they're going to give based on where they are from. So there is a war about jollof.
Okay.
Ghana, Nigeria. Because sometimes you can add the other country, the origin of jollof.
Yeah.
Whatever you put, like Burkina Faso, we put all other countries. But if you compare Ghana and the rest of West Africa, how do you rate in terms of jollof?
Okay, I'm not going to be biased, okay? I've eaten Nigerian jollof.
Yeah.
And the kind of rice they use, I'm not used to it. But I feel like it depends on the person who cooks it. So I'm going to even put Ghana aside and Nigeria aside. Gambia and Senegal, they have the best jollof rice. I'm going to be very honest.
I know Senegal usually is like number one, but wherever they come, like Ghana or Nigeria want to pretend that they're the best in West Africa.
If I'm going to be unbiased, then I wouldn't even choose Ghana and Nigeria. Gambia and Senegal, they have the best jollof rice. And as a patriotic citizen, then Ghana has the best jollof rice. As for Nigeria, they are even down the list. Don't mind them. They are down the list. Their jollof, no, Nigeria jollof is not there.
Okay. Black Star, Super Ego.
Black Stars forever. Black Stars forever. Yes.
But I was so much disappointed. I cried a lot in the World Cup in South Africa. On the last minute, the day I was so upset with Luis Suarez by touching the ball, and Asamoah Gyan missed the penalty on the last minute. That was the most disappointing.
Let me tell you,
African football.
Asamoah Gyan, Ghanaians are still insulting him till today. Last weekend, I saw an Instagram post where Ghanaians are still
They're still upset.
Yes.
He retired, but people are still upset. They post that. I felt so bad for him. Like, he has worked so hard for Ghana. But the only thing I remember is that penalty. But for me, I'm not upset with him. I'm upset with Suarez. Why did you touch that ball? Like,
I'm telling you, Suarez, we leave him for another day. But Samajan is a good player. I think he did well. He did well for Ghana, but still got Africans. They don't. If you make a mistake, they just
forever.
Forever. I mean, yeah.
Okay. So people, if you are still here, for those who are here, please make sure that you go to subscribe to her channel, and I'm going to post her channel again on the comment here, and then I'm going to so over there is I posted the on the comment there is YouTube channel where you need to go and subscribe, or you can go to the YouTube and write her name. It will come there, the channel. You can be able to subscribe and learn a lot. And especially, how was she able to find the list of the free universities? Because not all are free, especially if one you can be able to find the list, and also to get some guidance. So watch the videos to be able to do that way. Subscribe and watch the videos. Okay,
Thank you.
I want to go and check if there are some specific questions. This person is asking to go to, if you want to study in England from Ghana also. What about if you want to go to study in England? Usually I tell people, if you're going to a country, sometimes you have to think, do I plan to stay there for a longer time or just for studies? Then am I going to for paying or cost of living or scholarships? Because England, they don't have a free university at all. So if you are going to pay for your education, I usually tell people, go to the European countries which they have free education, so you cover cost of living, like in Germany, they have Finland, some of Norway, Sweden, all of the Finland, those Scandinavian, they have those programs. Better to go there than England, because some people, they want to go to England because they can watch soccer games. So I don't know. Yeah. So those are the things people should pay attention. Okay.
And also, I think before you apply to school or to a certain program, actually you should look at the program's prospects in that country. How are the job markets like when I'm done? Is it going to be easy for me to get a job? There are some courses you do, and they might only take natives of the country. I don't know for US, but that's what I feel. That's what I feel like. Yeah, even though the world is changing, but things have been something.
Apart from that, like the concept of these programs and the jobs in Africa, like in Africa, if you study for MBA, is a big deal. But some of these countries is not a big deal. So if you want to stay in those countries, like you look for job market, is MBA big deal? If I study sociology, am I going to be a social worker? Are you able to counsel someone in Germany? German culture, if you go there. So if you want to stay there, yes, cancel the German culture. So if a woman and a man, they fight, and you go there and you say, why don't you respect your husband? The German it's not that way. It's equal. Exactly. So you have to come to your sense. James is your person promoting you there.
Thank you.
Say people have to go also. She has also a YouTube channel. So her YouTube channel, I posted on the comment, the first comment, and even the other comment. There is a channel there. You can be able to go to be able to do that. The question from you, is it compulsory to get a job in your field of study or any job at all before you can stay after studies?
Oh no, you can get any job in any field at all. Previously, it used to be like you have to get a job in your field of study. But now they've changed that rule. I mean, you can even be a delivery driver. So in any field at all, after your studies, you can enroll.
Okay, let me answer. I don't like to, I'm answering this person because he's asking the question about green card lottery, even if I don't plan to ask, respond to green card lottery question. Hi, EBM, in my DS 260 for 2022, I mentioned high school. He attended from this one to this. I've joined my high school from this one to this one, but did exam in 2013. My certificate is 2013. Will that be a problem? Did you take the exam as a private or school candidate? Just put it until 2013. It's okay. I mean, there is no problem. The time you took with the exam, that means that when you finish your high school. So put 2013, there is no problem. Please, I'm from Kenya. I want to apply for scholarship advice.
For me personally, when it comes to scholarship to Germany, I don't really know much information. But I can tell you to just Google DAAD scholarships.
Whatever.
Yeah, there are certain programs they give scholarships to. To be honest, when I was searching for schools, I didn't look for scholarships. I felt like it was too tedious. So yeah. But it's possible to get a scholarship with DAAD. So you can just do some research on that. And yeah.
Another thing I usually tell people, couple of things. Number one, is it bachelor degree, master's, or PhD? The process is different. But if I have a degree, I made a video to show why is it difficult to get a bachelor's degree scholarships. Because in Germany, for instance, from kindergarten to bachelor degree is taught in German.
Yes.
Very few universities or programs you can find them in English.
Taught in English, yes.
That reduces the number of opportunities available.
Yeah.
If you go to Netherlands, they teach Dutch. If you go to Sweden, it's Swedish. So but that's why you encourage people to do masters and PhD, because they have programs in English language.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But also I usually have on my people, if they go to that website, is my website, usually it's called ebmscholarship.com. I usually post different scholarships there, which are 100% full funded programs. I post them there. Also on my channel, I have, because some people, it's not about the link. I usually tell people it's not about the link. I can send you the link, okay, Dad, today. I can send you the link about the Fulbright, but how prepared are you?
Yes, exactly. You need to sit down.
What is your resume?
Yeah.
How you have someone to recommend to you? If they require English proficiency test, have you taken the English?
Have it, yeah.
So it's not about the link. Can you give me a link? Okay, I can give you the link. So that is people should know.
Yeah,
that.
I feel like people, some people will just message me that I should, look for a school and plus I can't do that. You have to do it on your own. I can just guide you. I mean, but you have to sit down, search for the schools yourself. Okay, you don't even need an agency or something. If you are really, really determined, you can do it yourself.
Hi, EBM. I have international IT certifications. Will it be easy to get a job when I get to America? I won the DV 2022. First of all, congratulations. I know she's from South Africa. I believe she answers those South African moves. Okay, so number one, yes, if you have the certifications, because the IT certification, they are mostly like universal, like when you talk about Cisco and all other certifications. But yes, you can get the jobs, but you cannot become, for instance, of degree in IT and you have the certification. You cannot come day one and become IT manager and get 5,000. You will start here and you can start even cleaning. You can get $10, $15 per hour job, because sometimes your work experience in your countries, they want work experience in America. They can call you supervisor. They want you are looking for jobs in German. They look for, have you worked in Germany before?
Yes.
Not like the job you have been working in your country. So sometimes, yes, it will get the job, but it will take time. That's why I made a video, like before I was having live with you, I was talking about the realities and challenges of immigrants in America. One among the reality or challenge is to accept that, like, for instance, you had a bachelor degree, but you're doing cleaning. Will you do cleaning in your own country with your degree in Ghana?
No.
Yes, you see? So you have to come with that mindset, okay. Yeah. Another person. You have to forgive him.
Oh, good.
Because there's someone Gian. Yeah. Yeah. So
Also, I think what Africans have to know is if you are traveling to a new country, Germany, Canada, US, wherever, just know that you are going to start afresh.
Yes.
Humble yourself, get the American experience, the Canadian experience, the German experience. Do cleaning, do whatever. Nobody cares here. Like, to be honest, nobody cares what you do because you need to survive. And you find these jobs, they pay well. Being a waitress, a waiter, you get tips so much. I used to beg, I got so many tips. It was really cool. And now I can tell that my favorite job in Germany is cleaning because it pays. I can get up to 16 euros per hour. So why wouldn't I, rather than going to work in a factory or like 10 euros per hour? I mean, I prefer cleaning. I always tell people, I'll tell you, I do cleaning.
Yeah.
I
So
won't hide it.
in the US, it depends on which city. I mean, state, because there is a minimum wage for state, and the city, they have their own minimum wage. But the good thing for this, Amazon, they put the nationwide minimum wage. Like if you go, like even if your job is just to take the scanner and do the scanning, it's $15 minimum.
Oh.
I can go on Amazon and make those boxes. And
yes. Amazon, yeah.
Do you think like you can start with that one and you can go to a state which is not, I mean, normal state, and the Amazon is everywhere. So that allows to start the life. But it doesn't mean that you'll be doing boxes for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Then you get more experience. You are doing you are working full time here, part time on your field. Or education, you need more. Then after some time, you'll be good to go to get a job.
And we do care homes and stuff.
I was cleaning, I was doing all these odd jobs, doing the toilet, whatever. But now I'm director of the organization.
Yeah.
So that
wow, way. You see, you don't, so no condition is permanent.
Okay, so now it is your time for you to ask questions to me.
Oh, okay. So, okay, you studied in the US, right?
For my master's.
Your master's.
Primary to bachelor degree in Tanzania.
Oh, okay. So why did you choose the US?
Okay, so for me, I chose the US not like now. If I have to advise someone, I have broad knowledge about immigration, about Canada, immigration about US, Australia, New Zealand. I can give you I can tell you why you should not come to US if you have the opportunity to go to Sweden, or if you have the opportunity to go to Canada, if you have the opportunity to go to Australia, or to go to Germany. I can give the reason. But when I was making the decision, I didn't know, because I made the decision of America while I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
So it was a childhood dream for me. And there are few reasons. There are good reasons, some there are stupid reasons. Because I saw someone, is interracial couple, someone from my hometown married someone from another culture, wherever.
Yeah.
No, it would be cool to marry a white person. It would be cool in Europe or America. But it was more about America, because at that time, America, remember, was after the time of the Gulf War, and you see Bush Senior. I mean, it was like America was at the peak when I was growing up.
Yes.
So America was the only destination.
Yeah.
But I knew for sure. I didn't know all these reasons. But I knew like it would be difficult to go direct to America. So I was open to go to any other country, and then from that country, but the final destination has to come to America. And I knew the only way, because I didn't know any other way back in the day, I knew only education, scholarship, because my father was always going to be able to pay me, so to be through education. But when I was growing up, I know the internet, I knew it was easier to get a scholarship to Europe than to come to America, because in America I have to take more exams, I have to pay for application fee, and all those kind of things. So for me, it's okay. So for me, number one country I liked, apart from America, to go as direct was Norway.
Okay.
I knew Norway, every city, every single thing. Like if you tell me Tromsø or which university, I knew everything. The second country was Netherlands, because so many programs. And then German, Finland, and other. England. I didn't like much of the England. Even up to now, I don't like their national team. I watch the Premier League. I'm not of any team in the Premier League. I'm more Spanish La Liga.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I knew I would go to Norway or Netherlands first to study for masters, and then come in US for PhD. And when I come here, it will be forever. But when I was applying the opportunities, while I was in my second year of studies at the University of Dar es Salaam, is when the one opportunity came to come to teach Swahili in America. And when I applied, and I got that one. So the first direction for me, the first plane to be in any plane in my life was the first ride to come to America.
Okay.
First ride of the plane was there to come to America. So for me, it was that way. So for me, like, there was no reason you can tell me why should I drop the dream to come to America. So because I had so many years of dreaming and plan to come to America, everybody would say, oh, there is this one, there's discrimination, there is this one. So for me, everything you put together, I had to find a solution for that in advance. So my challenges might be different from another person.
Yes.
Because I took longer time to come to understand like every single thing in research before I come here. So I knew like from one status to go to status. Before coming to America, I know I will never be illegal. I will be one status to another status legally, to another status legally.
Yeah.
That's why now I tell so many people advantages of following the legal processes. That's why I interview people from different countries so that they can know that, like you gave the tip, like while you're fighting for a job, apply for another master's. So these are the ways you people should be.
Yes.
If you don't do that to become illegal, it can affect down the road. You might want to become a mayor, and it comes that you have been illegal. You have been abusing the system. So those are the things for me. Like America has been the destination, like the greatest country on planet Earth. But there are so many challenges. Yes, if you compare in terms of immigration, in terms of you look about retirement with most of the European countries, or some of you even Canada, you can question like whatever. But I will never drop my American passport to any other. I can take a citizenship for another country if I get the opportunity, but I will never drop like American passport. Like, if do you have regret? Never.
Yeah.
We do the same decision right now of coming to America. Yes. Over we'll make that decision.
So I have this question. You believe in the American dream?
Yes, but modified. Because the American dream original and now are two things different. Original American dream, it was everything is possible as long as you work hard.
Mm-hmm.
You can work hard, and it came after the Great Depression, after those wars, whatever. People didn't have jobs, so it was the dream. Like, okay, if I work so hard in America, you can work in the industries, you can work wherever, you can have way to provide for your family, you can create a legacy, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
But it lost a touch. It became more material than the ideals of the American dream.
Okay.
So now American dream, it looks like you have good education, you have good, how much money do you have? That's why, and plus now there's the social media. Oh, I'm enjoying the dream, American dream. You're just chilling with a bottle of wine. Is that the dream? So it looks like now dream is more about material thing.
Yeah.
So American dream, number one for me is the family stability. How do I create my stable family? Because American dream can be a Tanzanian dream. My entire life, like what I wanted to be while I'm in Tanzania, I want to have a stable family, like how I grew up, my father, my mother, and the children. We had a very good home. That's for me. Like, yes, for me, vehicle is not a big deal. I can have a $1 million home, but I can have $10,000 car or $2,000 car. I have no problem, even if it's public transportation. But for me, for instance, a stable home is more important than any other. Then my dream also is to be in a position to be of service to others. And this is not just because I'm in America. I started the EBM Scholarships.com, that site, in the post all this scholarship. It was a blog before. Back in 2007, I was still in Tanzania. I don't have any scholarship. I was posting scholarships on blog. I used to be like a print certain documents, you share some people. There is a link going to another. People say, if it's true, why are you still here? So that's why I started a blog, so that I can reach many people, not just by the handouts.
Yes.
So for me, that way, like the dream now is to be in a position I can be of making other also easy, but also to have the stability of creating a legacy for your children. Like, okay, these are the things like, okay, you can do well, whether you have education, whether you have education, there are things you can be able to be a good human being, reach at a certain point, retire, but be supportive of others. That's why I write books, I do certain things. So yes, material is there, whether you like it or not. You need to have a good home, you need to have this one. But in the end, for me, that's why, like, if today, let's say, I have to retire, I have to live in the rural life. Even if it's in America, I have to go to a rural life. I have like 5 acres of land, nobody around me. Do this kind of like in Africa, you have your veggies, you have whatever. That's for me is ideal, the dream, kind of that.
Yeah.
To live like in the big cities, kind of that, yeah.
Okay. So what did you study in your master's?
Yeah, so for me, I studied the peace studies and conflict resolution. That was
Okay.
my master's.
Okay.
Because my background bachelor was political science.
Okay. Okay. So how was job search after school? Because I'm yet to enter the. I'm
Yeah.
still in school, so.
Couple of things. Number one, you have one advantage on your end. You are studying technical programs, engineering, science. Those have a lot of opportunities. Yes, it's difficult to get, but they have a lot of opportunities because most of the developed world, they are built into science and technology. They are not built into sociology, political science. So you can find if someone with a PhD in political science is getting less than someone with a bachelor degree in IT, because these are technical, people can change the country. The time I finished, so it is a social science, that's number one. Number two was the financial crisis. I came in 2008 in America. It was a program for 1 year. Then I started my master's. My master's was 1 year. So I finished in 2010, which was at the peak of the financial crisis back in the Obama administration. So at that particular time, you apply jobs. There are no jobs. Jobs are there, but I lived in California, which is more expensive.
Yeah.
More expensive, and you don't have good jobs. So number one, I had to live with my in-laws. African man, married American, you are going to live with your in-law.
That's which is normal.
You have to get out of your African mindset.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go to that. You have to accept the reality. But you cannot just get this job of cleaning I was doing, but you cannot say I'm moving out and go to live a family with my wife and my child, paying the rent, which is California is like $2,000. You cannot survive. So for that particular case, I applied. Like per day, I was applying minimum 500 to 1,000 jobs per day.
In a day.
I was applying. I came to realize that if you send more emails through Yahoo email, they block you, because I was applying so many emails until I didn't know there is a limit. They say they meet like it's suspicious activity. So I had to open like 5 emails so that I can be able to send unlimited emails per day. And you still don't get good jobs.
Yeah.
So it took longer.
Yeah.
And I hope that one was one among the reasons why I had to change the mindset. Okay, I have to join the US military, because as long as I meet the qualification, I joined the military right away. So that's why I was in the US military, among other things. So it's very, very difficult. But the only thing you need to do every single day, apply 50, 100 jobs.
Yeah.
Keep applying while you are continue doing the cleaning, doing other things to survive, to pay the bills.
Oh, okay. I just got to know you were actually in the US military.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was good. So you being in the US, was there a time you were like, I wish I was not here? Doing your study time?
Like, let me give what it's just like for me, like the moment I was in the plane, first of all, it was long. The time I didn't see, the time was not going at all. Like, I have to be in America. I'm dropping in America. The first place I landed was LA. Then from LA to San Francisco, I arrived at Stanford for 1 week orientation. Like, this is Stanford. I was really, like, for me, it was like a dream. Like, I'm here now.
Yes.
So there was no point in my life I've ever come like, okay, maybe I have to go back.
Yeah.
No. At this point of my life, it's not like life is challenging. It's just I cannot survive, catch or whatever. I've been excelled to the point. But now I want to go to Africa to stay 3 to 5 years for the matter of children, to give the opportunity to learn another culture. That's what I want. It's not like for me, like, okay, I have to go to Africa because, like, no. For me, I've reached a point like I can live any part of the world as long as I can do whatever thing, I can be able to adapt. And it is easier when you have a family. It's different when you are single. For instance, like for you, yes, you have like now you'll be alone at your room. But for me, get out of this room. My child, I'm going to play with my child. My wife is there, the kids are there. So it's a little bit different if you have a family. It's unnecessary stress. So for me, like now, yes, I'm have a big drive of going to Africa. Why? Because I want to give the kids the opportunity to also to experience
their culture,
to see, I mean, like the challenges and appreciating what we have currently in these countries. But also in the world we're coming, when someone has more than one language, more than one culture, it is easier to excel in this life. So that is what I want to give the kids, that opportunity. And also, I believe when I'm in Africa, if I'm doing any other thing as a YouTuber, I'll have so many contents in Africa than here, because here I'm in my home. But if in Africa, I can go out, I can interview a bank manager, I can interview a teacher, I can interview a drunk person over there. It's easier to have so many content than here. So I want to go to Africa for that particular reason, not because life here is difficult, no. But for the rest of my life, to be honest, I want to live here. I want to die here. That's me.
Okay, I like your honesty that you want to die in America.
Yeah. And it doesn't. There's something people want to understand. Awilo Longomba, I think you know that Awilo is from Congo, the musician.
Yeah.
He came to Tanzania 2001. I was in high school, 2002. He was asking a question. Why do you live in Paris and not in Congo? I said, I love my country so much, but I'll be able to go to live in Congo once Congo is the same as Paris. For me, like my man said, oh, this guy is not African, whatever.
Yeah.
But I understand what he means now because I'm here. It doesn't matter. I hate Tanzania or Africa in general. For me, I might say I'm more African than many people because I do so many things to support people in Africa. Mm-hmm. I write, for instance, about the scholarships, which has 498 pages and it's online for free. The book title even is Scholarships for Africans in the United States. I do a lot of things for Africans, and I'm connected more as African than many people can simply say. But if I live here, I can do more to support others. But if I didn't have opportunity to come to America, will I be able, having a time, we're talking about the time management, to write 400-page book and give for free? No. Will I have time to make all this content sometimes? Possible? No. Maybe now I could be like a pastor and get a lot of money for free because I talk too much. Maybe now I could be an African politician, a corrupt one. So by not being there, I reduce some of my, because I know myself. Yeah. Obviously, why should I get the salary of $500 per month when I can be a politician? I talk too much and give fake promises and become a politician and get more money. So for not being there, I reduce my negativity, my problems of making Africa a bad place. So now, from outside, I can do a lot of more to encourage people, to give them opportunity. And wherever I travel to any country in Tanzania, or wherever in Africa, in general, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, whatever, I usually have to meet with youth. I go to the universities, to primary school, to talk to the students, to just encourage them. So I take my time and my resources to do those kind of things.
Yeah.
I don't believe if I could not have this exposure, I could do, but it's not at this extent or at this level right now. So better for me, like Newton said in the second law of motion, that you can only push the car while you're outside the car. So I'm want to be outside the car, give a little bit push.
Yeah. Okay. So I have this question.
Yeah.
Are there opportunities in America?
Repeat the question.
Are there opportunities? Like someone might ask, should I travel to the US? Should I live? You know, some people have business back at home. I mean, they are doing well, but they have this abroad mentality. I'm going to make it when I get to America.
Yes, that's a very, very good question. Because why I say is it a very, very good question is because we have to, people, when they want to come to these countries, they have to figure out, why am I going there? Am I going to? So there is a difference in terms of age of the age when many people are moving. So for me, my attitude is different from someone else. It was my dream to come to America. The day I'm doing my final exam at the University of Dar es Salaam on 29th of May, 2008, I knew on the 15th of August, I'll be flying from Dar es Salaam to come to America to teach at the University under Fulbright program. So for me, I had that opportunity. So at that time, my only property I own.
Yeah.
My clothing and a few books, my tie, whatever, and shoes in the bag. I didn't have a girlfriend because I didn't want to have any attachment with anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't have a car. I didn't have a proper friend. So that is different for me to make that decision.
Yeah.
So even the decision to become a citizen in Tanzania, we don't have dual citizenship. Compared to Ghana, you can be a citizen of 2 or 3 countries, whatever. In Tanzania, we don't have. So even for the decision to become a US citizen, I lose another citizenship was not a problem for me because I don't have assets.
Yes.
But some people already, they're in the mid-age career. They have good job. They have already home. They have a family. That will be a different discussion. Is it okay to come to America right now? Is it okay to go to these countries? So for me, I will give them in this way. When you make that decision, you have to know which country you are going and what is immigration path are you using. Here, I'm not talking about you are just a graduate, you don't have a job. That would be easy to make that decision. I'm not talking about your job, even if you have a job, your job is $300 per month. I'm talking about someone is already making at least $2,000, $3,000 per month in Africa. Is it worth it to leave that job in life to come to America? For many of those people, it's not worth it.
Yes.
Many of those, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Unless otherwise, you come with a special program. For instance, if you apply to Canada, you go as express entry. From day one, you are given permanent resident. You are allowed to be working full time. Yes. Unless others, you apply to Australia under the merit-based point system, you go from day one as permanent resident of Australia. Yes. Unless others, you win a green card lottery. Yes. But that you can say, I'm relocating to become immigrant on that particular country. Yes, you can make it because you come, you and your family, you can become from day one as permanent resident, you can be able to do. But remember, you have to lower down your ego. You have to lower down like you are from Nigeria. Nobody is going to greet you. Igwe.
Yes.
You'll be, hey, what's up? If your name were, for instance, like Obina, they call you Obi, like Michael Obi, Kel Obi.
Yeah.
His name is Obi. His name is Obina, Michael's, whatever, difficult name of Nigeria. So you have to understand there are so many things you might be able to lose. You already have 35 years old, 40 years old. You have the home already. You have a farm. You have those kind of things. It is a big challenge to leave everything and to start coming to live in the apartment, to start doing the minimum dollar job. That's why I say, like, if you come you come to US as a green card holder, or you get a job as a professional work, you come under H1 visa, or you go directly from day one, a company is employing you from your country as a skilled labor. Because you go there, already you have a very good job. You don't have minimum. That's okay. The other way I can tell people will be, yes, if you win the green card, those kind of things, even if you are settled, you can come and get the card and make sure you find a way to maintain. For instance, in America, if you travel in these countries, like you take 1 month, then you go there, you can create the environment for your kids to access those opportunities. Yes, it's a good sacrifice. Another way would be just like even if you're going to study, let's say you have a family, which will be better? I'm giving an example. To go to Canada or to go, let's say, to the United States. That's what I say, with my knowledge now, whether you're going to pay for yourself or scholarship, I'll tell you to go to Canada. Why? Because in Canada, if you go there, husband and wife, students in Germany are allowed to work 20 hours per week. Canada, yes, the students are allowed to work 20 hours per week, but if you are married, your spouse is allowed to work full time.
No.
You see, so that is the advantage. So you see, like another country can tell you, but in America, if you are married, only a person who is a student will be allowed to work, and 20 hours per week. Your spouse is independent, is not supposed to work. So why do you need to waste all the things to come to America? But if you can go to your country, I mean, in Canada, for instance, it can help you. Yes, you can say, okay, I get 3,000, but if I go there, I can work part-time, I can make 2,000 per month. My spouse can work full-time, can make 3,500. So together we can have 5,000. That's good. You can do that. For instance, in Canada, for instance, if you study bachelor degree 4 years, you finish, you are given work permit of 4 years.
Okay.
So the duration of time is determining also for the how long you work permit. And while you are working a full time, if you have years of work experience as a student finishing there, there is a special path to become a permanent resident of Canada because of, so it depends again a country to country. Like in America per se, if you're already established yourself over there, you come here, it will be a very difficult. But sometimes, like the path you go with, like if it's green card or professional work, yes, go. But if you want to go as a student and you have a family and you want to work over there and you're already in the mid-career, Canada, for instance, would be a better option because already you don't need to worry about the language because 85%, with the exception of Quebec, they speak English. So those will be something people have to consider. But otherwise, you have to be very, very careful to make those decisions. But that's why majority of people finishing to be graduate to go away to find these opportunities very, very early.
Yes.
So that you are settled. For instance, like me, I didn't after graduation, I didn't find any job because I'm already having an opportunity to come to America. So that helps you a lot to relieve unnecessary burden to make the decisions. Like, okay, so if I'm engaged, who am I going to leave my girlfriend or my wife with? Like, I don't have that kind of thinking. I'm just here. I don't have the car. I don't have anything. My life was in the bag. Thank you. From the university dormitory to the Swiss Air to America. So that's a little bit. So it is a very good question. Yes, people have to evaluate, not just because this is expectation like I'm going to America. So what? Like America should not be to the point it's going to take your soul. That's why you say people, yes, find these opportunities, but beyond the green card lottery, beyond this permanent of president, what are your goals? Can you attain these goals even if in your own country? Like if your goal is to have this kind of quality life, what type of agriculture do you want to do? How quality it is? Do you want to keep chicken in your own, like if you do farming, do something better also in your own country. That means if you have that determination, even if you come in these countries, you can be able to excel. But if you don't have the plan, you don't want to do anything in your own country, you'll come here, work at Walmart and enjoy those free food, free beer, whatever, and the life is, that's all. You'll be ending taking pictures and sharing on Facebook and Instagram that you are living the dream, but it's not any dream at all. It's just struggling. And after retirement time, age of 65, you are still working at Walmart and this minimum dollar job instead of resting with your family.
Yeah. Okay, so I have this other question. What has been your biggest challenge in the US?
Oh, challenge is a challenge. For me, the biggest challenge, I've never been used like as a biggest challenge because for me, like I like challenges. But what I can simply say, the biggest challenge, or I don't know whether disappointment, even if it took longer, is the time of when I finished my master's and you applied to like so many jobs. I applied almost 500,000 jobs in a year.
Wow.
And I didn't get the job which I want, like the professional job. So that was been the biggest challenge for me. Sometimes you can question your competencies. Like, am I thinking that how capable I am? Is this like how people they see, or is just like in my head?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can lower down your level of like trusting yourself sometimes. So that was the biggest challenge on that way. But I'm thankful there are some people trusted me, like believed in me. Also, like I say, I noticed the transitional time is not just you watch, like, but it was a very big challenge until, for instance, I say I agreed to go and stay with my in-laws. That was a challenge. Like, I mean, no matter what, to live in as a dad, to live in someone's place, usually you have to follow the regulations. So for me, like, that was the lowest point of my life, if I can say my life in America. But if I tell you what are the positives of that, it gave me understanding more about American culture. That's number one, because I lived with them, the people who have never known about even how many countries there in Africa. They didn't know even what people eat in Africa. They didn't know anything. So you get another point of view. But another thing is for the relationship with my wife and the kids. I had the opportunity to learn from them. So there are certain things like behavioral tendencies or something, reaction. Now, if my wife is reacting a certain way, I can know the background. Like, oh, this is the reason. It helps my relationship more. It's just like instead of assuming kind of that, so I can know where she's coming from in that way. So that has been, negative, like it was very, very low point, but it was positive in another way. Like right now, if I look back, how positive it has been out of that kind of situation. And from that situation, it also forced me to make another decision to join the US military, which was not part of my dream because I didn't know. Like, first of all, for me, education, military was okay. In African military, people, they are bad people, they are beating people, they do not have good benefit. But here is different. So it looked me to look for these opportunities and join there. So I had to lose weight which was over 50 pounds, over 28, almost 30 kilogram to qualify to join. So the transition of what I was in at that lowest point, from that moment, nowadays, there is nothing, I say nothing, which I can put as a goal and I cannot accomplish. So for instance, right now I can say, I want to write 2 books this year, like from June.
Yeah.
I know I can do that because anything I want to do, I know if I was able to lose a half a kilogram per day, every single day, for 75 days, there is nothing to stop it. So it was the lowest point, but it gave me another sense and pure understanding of life. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, that's great. I had this question. I think I almost forgot.
Yes.
Oh wait. I can't forget. I had this question in mind. Oh, can't remember. Okay, yeah. Have you ever faced any kind of discrimination or racism in the US?
That's a very good question. Yeah, very, very good question, because first of all, I want people, I will talk with this one in detail so people can understand where I come from. And not take this thing out of context, like, oh, this guy doesn't care, is more assimilated, this guy is whatever. I want to give you the reality, the fact check. And why there are certain movement in America I don't support them because of the all over. So myself, I want to put myself where I come from. You are from Africa. Yes, I believe I'm older than you. So the time I was growing up in Africa is different from maybe current situation, the current kids. So while we were growing up back in 80s, early 90s, parents to beat you, I say to beat you is normal.
Yeah.
That's that one. Really beating. Not this like time out, no, really beating.
Yes.
Using bad words to you, parents, it's normal.
Yeah.
To tell you are a dog, you are nothing. you are first like a little monkey. That's always normal. But
Yes.
it didn't consider as racism, it considers a love and a punishment. To be a better person. At school, the same way. 2 times 2. No, you dog. So the bad words have been used in that context.
Yeah.
I want to put it that way. Then we come to these particular countries. There is a big problem of people to understand what is racism, and especially for Black people from Africa to Black people here. We take racism as anything when a white person is doing that thing to a Black person. And we forget that a Black person can discriminate white person. A Black person can discriminate Asian. Black person can discriminate Arab person. A Black person can discriminate Black person. We forget that one. So that is the problem I'm having with many people. So it is easier to point out I've been discriminated in anything, even if it's a normal competition, because a white person has done something.
Yes.
And I'll go with these specific examples. So let me start myself. I come in America, and a white person, it has never happened. I'm against racism of all forms, but let's say a white person tells me, you are a dog. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Myself, am I a dog? No. I know I'm not a dog. You are now Bill Gates. Am I Bill Gates? No. So why should I upset to tell me I'm a dog while I know myself I'm not a dog? Number one. No one told. Two, you're a monkey. And no one comes to me and say I'm a monkey or I'm a chimpanzee. No one. Assume someone comes to say that. Why should I react to fight with you? Unless otherwise, in my mind, I believe I'm also a chimpanzee. If I'm speaking English, if I'm a chimpanzee, English is a chimpanzee's language. Do you get my point? Yeah. But at the same time, myself, I do not know about other people. Parents are beating me. Teachers beating you. Get out, dog, whatever they use, the monkey, whatever. We have been. So if the same word, my black person tells me the same word, I'm not upset. But if someone with another color says that word, now I have to be upset.
Yeah.
Which is not true. It's not true.
I get your point.
So that's my point, first of all. So that's why there is no any insult a white person will say that any word I've never been told by a fellow African or fellow black person.
Mm-hmm.
So if I take it as a racist, I've been discriminated a lot with black people too. Assume how many times in Africa a guy want to approach a girl said, "Get out of me! You are making even me like vomiting," and they spit on the ground. It happens. Why don't we say this woman is discriminating me? You end me up. Oh, maybe because I don't have money. Maybe because I don't have this, whatever. You are just let it go. But here, if a white person spit on the get off me like exactly the same reaction like a black person, oh, is discriminating me. You see the problem is. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm married to a white person. Assume when I'm introduced to the white family, they say, "Oh, we don't want you to marry this person." What a black person will say, "Oh, this family is racist," right?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's go to Africa. You take your German possible fiancé to your northern part of Ghana, and they say, "No, don't marry the white person." Why don't you say my parents are racist or my community? Oh, this one is civilized. Are from village. Why in America? Yes, civilization doesn't mean that if you are in town you are civilized.
Mm-hmm.
You see the problem we have. We take everything when a white person is doing, we call it as racism, but we do the same thing. We don't say as racism. I want to give you the background before I go into like a real mode. Okay. Another thing is, when you plan, I don't know if you have children, but if you have children, obviously as a parent, you are excited to know, will the child look like my husband or the mother? Obviously, you're excited, right? Myself, my wife is white. So obviously, excited means more with what will be the hair of the child? What will be the color of the child? Will it be more light? Will it be more dark? Will it be whatever? All these are normal things. Are they racist? No. Even a black and black kid, black and black, white and white, they expect the child will look like who?
Yes.
But when it display on opera that, oh, Queen asked about Harry and what will be the child? Will child be more white or black? Why is that racist? But
that's very complicated.
But if opera has a child, ask opera. But doesn't have. But if as a child, that is the question you have as a parent. No parent has them. Like you have to be accepted. Like will look like the father or the mother. But they what? Even if one is all black, one is a bit light, one was not light, more dark. You have those questions. But if that question from Queen is racist, it will be racist to say, I don't want the child to be this way, whatever it is. But I want to give that way. If a white actor or actresses wear like a black and act in the movie, that is going to be bad because it's racism. But how many black actors wear like white and act white? So the problem is anything that's why it confuses me. That's why I hate when we come again to point racism only for white people, that they are racist. There is Alhaji Diouf, the soccer player from Senegal, is retired now, was playing for Blackburn Rovers. One of the game, he spit his saliva to a child, a teenager, wherever because they are yelling to him like when they stand like on the soccer. but was not punished as a racist act. Suarez was having conflict with Patrice Evra. Suarez didn't give hand to Patrice Evra. Suarez was labeled as racist until he moved home. You see, just you have beef. Why should I give you a hand? But at the same time, it happened. Seydou Keita, the former Barcelona player, was playing for AS Roma, didn't give a Real Madrid player a hand. He's a white person, was not called a racist because the black refused. Douglas Costa is a Brazilian soccer player who is black. While he was in Juventus, spitting his saliva to the soccer player of opponent team was not punished as racism. But if a white person is spitting on the black person, the world is going to burst.
Yes.
That's why you have a problem about racism. So what is racist act? A racist act is a racist act. It doesn't matter who is going to do it.
Yeah.
So let's go to the black, what is called the movement.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matters. All the movement, 90% of the movement is racist-based movement. Everybody says Black Lives Matter is only when a white person has a problem with a black person. Right? How many, let's go to the records. How many white people have been killed by the police? Go to the statistics. White have been killed more than black. Why the TV don't show? Because they're looking for the rating. So the white person has been killed. They don't say that way. But the statistics, white people have been killed. And if they announce, they say the police have done one, they don't say the rest. But if a black person, that's why like a couple of weeks ago, it happened, white police shot one girl, and LeBron James went ahead, put the picture of that police. We have to prosecute you. But when they showed the video, there is a black person, a woman, I don't know, was having a problem, took a knife and was going to choke another black woman. So the police told him, stop. The woman was going to choke another person. So the police shot the other black person. So you see the problem. We do not know the fact, but the media, whatever, the white over black. But there is no, when a white person is going to be, the point will be all lives matter, not all black matter. And if we say all black matter, it's okay. But let's go, even when a black is going to be a black person. The same time of George Floyd, which what police do is against him, that's why they prosecuted. But at the same time it happened, the same week, how many people in Chicago were killed by black people, those gangs or whatever?
Yeah.
See, no TV, they announced. They shot even 4-year-old and 16-year-old. They shot 50 people and almost 20 people died. TV didn't show because they're black people killing black people. So Black Lives Matter is matter when. That's why I will never see me put all Black Lives Matter. No. Slogan is that the action is not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be for all.
All lives
let's go to Floyd just a little bit. It happened in Wisconsin. Whatever, Minnesota. It happened there. Who is the governor? The governor is Democratic Party. Who is the mayor? Democratic Party. Who is the overall the state, like whatever? Because here the Attorney General is elected. Attorney General, black person in Wisconsin, in Minnesota, who is Democrat. So from mayor to governor, all are Democrats. And there are so many people who are black in that particular situation. But why the demonstration happened? Because they say the system didn't want to prosecute them, right? Which system? Attorney General, who is black, who is Democrat. Why are you demonstrating Trump is racist while something is happening in Minnesota? What is the state power versus what is state power versus the federal power? Federal cannot interfere police. That is a state, that is a policy, that is a state issue. But the media use that way on purpose. So the black movement, while it is there, it's good, but people abuse the system. The system, that means anything happening no matter what happens, police court is going to catch you. Whatever it happens, yes, and something happened, someone was killed. The person who's responsible is Attorney General, prosecutor, and all those who are Democrats. They're supposed to do that. But the same people, they say they didn't catch those people. They didn't prosecute them on time until the demonstration happened to demand Trump to step down or is racist. But that is Democrats racist.
Yeah.
Why? You see, the problem is, so for me, it's not about Republican, it's not about Democrat. They are all using the opportunity, but it comes down to the situation where anything like apply for a job, you don't get it, or because I'm black. I'm doing this because I'm black. No, not because of that. That's the problem we're having. The big problem here is that way. I traveled from here. I went to Madagascar one time. I'm using Ethiopian Airlines. I'm at the Ethiopia airport. I went to one restaurant. I ordered the food. And the food was samosas and tea. You don't need to like many times that. It's just hot water and samosa, which is it is more than 45 minutes. I was not being ordered. What people coming near to me, they order, they go to make food and they get the food. They get service before me. But I cannot say because these people are racist, because they're fellow Africans to me. So the problem is like, okay, so racist is just but when I'm discriminated. So the point for me is discrimination should be there, should be condemned in all forms, whether it's black on black, white on white, white towards another race. So that is overall for me. All lives matter. It doesn't matter whether it's white, whether it's black. Like now to lower down the grades because of black people, they have to, no, this is academic. We all have the same opportunity. This is America. Do you tell me, oh, there is institutional racism? Like to get the loan is very clear. Have good credit score. It is your responsibility to teach your child to have a good credit score. That's why we tell immigrants when you come here, follow these principles. You come here, you meet a woman, you go to jail. It's not about racism. These are laws. Yes, there are certain things you can say that way, but it's a very complex. For me, all lives matter on that way, but racism should also look for all aspects, not condemning just the white people. As if we are assuming, like, just like when you're in Africa, we assume all white people have money. Do you remember that time? So that assumption is going like every white person, oh, they took us as slaves. These people, they are poor. Not all the people who had the slaves, they are just rich people. Not every white person had the money to buy.
Rich, yes.
Yeah. So those are
that's something of them sleeping outside.
They're just there. You give like 20 cents to a white person. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Like they're broke. Like now I go in Tanzania with my wife. Like everybody, they look at me like a tour guide. Like that is a discrimination. Like can I not like be having money? Like if you marry a white person, they this person is just in America because of the wife. The wife has the man. So those are like discrimination. Like we put ourselves down all the time. That's what I tell people. Like even the visa, like the government, like right now as American, I can go to any country with my American passport. Yeah. But it has to be, if American wants to come to your country, they have to go to DC as American to go to the visa interview, has to show the banking statement. They have to look for the breakdown the check, just like us when you want to their countries. That's how you get respect. But you want it for them to come to your country like they go to the toilet, and when you want to go to their country, you have to go there, show the banking statement. Are you going to disappear? Ask the same question. If you go to Ghana, are you going to be there, or you're going to be there to disappear in Ghana? Because in Ghana we have a lot of good land. Are you planning to come back to your country?
Yeah.
Show them, because that is one of the respect. It's 30 for that. But if you lower down yourself, that's when we think that, oh, these people are racist, these people are whatever. No. We have to put ourselves under the same equal standards. If it is wrong, no matter who is. Like, I'm giving an example. Let's say, like, when Hillary Clinton, or one time, like, when Trump was in the office, people demonstrated, used the bad words towards the president. But if white people, they do the same thing during the Obama administration, oh, these people are racist because this person is black. You see the problem. So you are forced, you cannot make any comment, because if you make any comment against a black person, even a critique, because these people are this way, like
yeah,
that's the problem. So for me, racism is there. I'm against. I have never been racist. I mean, no one has ever come across to tell me this word. I can give you an example. One time I was in a state where 96% is white. People are poor in that state, like in West Virginia. A child has never seen a black person came to me and asked, it was in winter, you can see my face. Oh, what happened to your face? Because it's black face.
Yeah.
The person who in the rural area, mountain or whatever. Oh, I said it's not my face, it's just my hand, whatever. The mother, oh, I'm sorry. No, the kid doesn't want to know if, yes, I'm black forever. I say, yes, there are people who are black. So it's not about, oh, this is racism. How many times a white person goes to the village, entire village, white, mzungu, white?
Yeah.
But what if you go in Germany, in the city of Hamburg, oh, blackie. So what do? We see it's okay. When they do, it's not okay. If you go plus the white bar and they raise the price of soda or beer, you say, oh, these people, they don't want me to eat drink there. But if white person comes to your city, you raise the price, you say, oh, it's good. No, it's not okay. We have to put ourselves standard the same. So that's why, for me, when it comes to racism, there are certain things like you cannot be put, oh, all black lives matter. No, all lives matters. It doesn't matter as a black person. Do you know in America, this what we call the what is this? The abortion is being given priority to the black families than any other family. And per year, how many millions of babies are going to be that? But people don't go, oh, black lives matter. They take the black one when they're born. They don't say that way. We just say when a police is doing. No, let's go to we're talking about the institution. Let's go to the abortion of black families. Let's go to the number of black people, killed black people, first of all, before we go to the white, because that number is high. Then let's go deal with the police who are dealing with the black people, and let's go to the police who are dealing with killing white people too. This is it. That's the first human rights is unalienable, is right to life. It doesn't matter about the color. So let's, if you are against, let's be against in all forms, whether it's for white person, whether it's for black person. That's when it comes for the issue of racism too.
Racism, yeah. Okay, that was very in-depth and deep. For personally, I've never really supported Black Lives Matter movement. And I feel like within us, we have a lot of discrimination. Even within Ghana, you have tribes fighting with each other. Like, if you can't solve this, they don't talk about Black Lives Matter because they don't really care about each other. And you have gangs in America killing each other. If you snitch, they will kill you, you know?
Exactly.
And you go and say Black Lives Matter, you're also killing a fellow black person. And I feel like all of this has to do with the history that happened, slavery and whatever.
The other thing is about the media. It's just like, you know, like in YouTube, sometimes you can lose the focus. What content makes views, because people are looking for the views. And go and create a story just because how many people are talking about the good things about the video? But if the video today is seen with another lady, all the media will be there because but we are destroying him. But we don't talk about, oh, the video is going today to create is building, is starting a new farm. We don't talk about that. So that is, for me, that is a big challenge. Like, that's why even for me as a YouTuber, I usually don't want to get away from this kind of context. Like, yes, I don't want to follow the views all the time, but sometimes like there are certain things like, yes, if I talk about them, I'll get views, but what is the end impact? Is just the views or education?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so those are the things like how we treat the issues about racism is very, very bad. I agree, but there are certain things like, oh, this is institutional racism. Oh, the black people cannot get A in math. So who said you cannot study? Like, really? There is a public pool. You don't take your time to swim, and then in the Olympic they are all white swimmers, and you just say, oh, we want black swimmers. No, if you cannot just why are we not upset? The Olympic team for NBA, the basketball for America is all black. Why were we not upset with that?
Yeah.
So there are so many challenges.
Yeah, it's very deep. It's very deep. That was yeah. I think I've exhausted my question. Yeah, I think I've had an in-depth of you being in America. You know, personally, I like America a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. But some of us are actually scared of living there because we've heard a lot of hate crimes and stuff.
Okay, so
I'm not saying there are not hate crimes in Germany.
Number one, compare Germany and America, for instance. How much is the population of Germany? Maybe 40 million.
Yeah.
Population of California, is more than 40 million. California alone. So the problem when we compare America and Germany, oh, see the rate of COVID, Philippines, because the president or prime minister is a woman. It's not about that. What is the question of Philippines all over those countries? America is almost 400 million people. That's number one. Number two, this is a typical liberal independent country. Yes, you can say people stay inside, but I have my own rights. It's not like China, you can say everybody do whatever people can do, not in America. Yeah. So there is that kind of things. And here, to own the gun is a is a constitutional right. So just like how we have the slingshots in our countries, it's easier to have, for them it's easier for them to own this. So those are the things we have. And then we have social media. It is easier to record and post there. But if you go to look like how many incidences in a year, like official, those killings, they're not more than 50. But the point is how much they are aired is too much. Yeah. Just like if you want to put it in the context, it's just put in the context of America, like 50 countries, because these are 50 states, and put in the context of Africa as 56 countries. Because all of the 56 countries, if we put them together, as the United States of Africa is the same as of America. So it's just like how many bad things happening in Congo, how many bad things happening with Boko Haram. Yeah. There are so many things, but are they on the internet? No. But if today we start like putting them on the internet, nobody will get into the flight to go to Africa. Oh man, it's worse. But again, the good thing about here in America is when you are going to rent an apartment, to buy whatever, there is a crime report. So wherever you go to any neighborhood, you know what you are going to get into. You can know for sure. Even if someone stole a candy on the store, if it's caught, is reported. So you can know what type of crimes there in that particular city.
Yeah.
So you choose where you're going. That's why, yes, I mean, it's bad, like it's a bad neighborhood they are associated with the poverty, and the most poor black people and the other white people, yes, but that has nothing to do with the institution or whatever. It depends. It's very, very tough. But the other thing which is affecting more here is about single parent life.
Yeah.
While we are talking about just give like the difference between Europe, most of the European countries, and America, there is emphasis on raising children. You go to Germany, you are going to Netherlands. I mean, they give emphasis like how they can raise children, but in America, don't give that much. So in the end, the product is going to be bad for the next generation.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've exhausted my questions now.
Yeah.
That was a great session.
Liz is also a YouTuber, is a friend of mine, is Ugandan.
Oh, okay.
I believe she will reach to you later to have interview with her. Okay. She has a YouTube channel. It's called The Roll with Liz. She's doing a very good job on that.
Oh, nice.
So I will connect with her. You can interview her on your channel.
Okay.
If you want to create another interview, whether on live or not live on your channel, we are here to have the different experience.
Yeah.
If you want to specific, because you deal with about education, I can come to talk about scholarships only. Even in Germany, in any Europe, that's my life. You can meet me at the end of the night. Talk about it, Dad, I can tell you. Talk about this program, I can tell you. So.
Okay, then I think I'll have you on my channel, because a lot of people have been asking me about scholarships, but I don't really have any idea on.
Someone is saying, like, in America, are there practicing racism? I've never had it since you started your old videos in YouTube. Please answer if there is. Racism is there, just like
it's everywhere.
Is there any tribalism in Africa? Yes, it is there. Remember, these people, they don't have tribes, they have color. Their color is a tribe.
Yeah.
Yes, it's there. But have I experienced? No, I experienced like it is there. Just like you yourself, how many people they value a woman who is a little bit lighter skin than the darker skin? You discriminate, they're same black. How many people they value a woman who has more Peruvian hair is more like you like more white than more black? How many people are okay to go and date a natural girl with a natural hair? So racism is there depending on how you, but there is extent of it. What we are against is the extent like you are not supposed to enter here because you are black. I did your research this was on my master's. Albino killings in Tanzania, racism, witchcraft and racism. How many albinos are killed in Africa? Do we say it's racism? You kill someone because of the skin color? It's happening in Africa.
Yeah.
So those things are happening over and over. So Liz has subscribed. Please, everyone, remember to subscribe. Subscribe to her channel, and I'm going to put on the comment here. You can go ahead and accept. So let me end here up to this moment. I want to say thank you so much for spending 2 hours with us, talking about everything we have been talking.
Yeah.
I really appreciate.
Thank you for having me here.
Questions will come back to you.
Thank you for having me here also. I really enjoyed my session here. It was really interactive. I got to learn so many stuff. Yeah. Like, you're really knowledgeable. Like, yeah. Yeah. So usually the purpose of the interview is just to give people a perspective of different countries, not to focus only in Germany or Tanzania or America, whatever, just to see people go to different countries, different routes. Yes, and life is different. So don't focus on one country only or one opportunity only. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much, and goodbye to everyone who had the opportunity to come here. Yeah. Yeah. And good. It's evening at my side, so it is 2 p.m. here. Okay, it's 9 here. 9